We know this is the 5th time that Denmark has participated in the CIIE. There are 2 national pavilions this year. One is about food, right? The other is about green transition.
Yes.
So it is a Green Transition Pavilion. And I learned that 9 Danish enterprises are showcasing the latest sustainable plans there. But why did your country choose the CIIE to showcase these plans? And what's special about these plans?
It's a special way to display Danish green solutions. And in a way, it's also a platform to develop the sustainable business opportunities for Denmark in China. And you could also say that by being represented in CIIE, we would offer our contribution for China to reach its 2030-2060 goal. Because in Denmark, we have succeeded in maintaining economic growth, reducing CO2 emissions, and reducing our demand for energy.
Then talking about green solutions, China and Denmark have cooperated in green development for nearly 2 decades. And the cooperation covers different sectors, including wind and solar energy. According to a latest industry report, China's installed offshore wind capacity has reached 40% of the world's total, making it the biggest offshore wind market worldwide. As I understand, Denmark has been a world champion of offshore wind power. How do you think your country's experiences and solutions can help China lower costs and also, achieve high quality and high efficiency development in this area?
For one thing, Denmark is actually home to some of the biggest offshore wind developers, like Copenhagen Infrastructure Partners and Ørsted. We also are home to some of the biggest producers of wind turbines. That is Vestas and Siemens Gamesa. And then we have a number of suppliers to the industry at large, like Maersk and Citon. And then maybe a little fun fact, because the first wind turbine or wind turbine park established in China was actually done by Vestas back in 1986. So in a way, we have been with China from the start, and we would like to participate.
China set its carbon peak goal by 2030 and also carbon neutrality goal by 2060. How do you see the cooperation prospects in green development?
I think they're quite good. We have been working with China for 25, 30 years. And what I have noted also as an ambassador to China is that when I look at the 14 5-year plan, there's a lot of commitment to go down that road in China, to do the green transition, to work for sustainability. And what I see is that there's a real commitment to work in sustainable ways in your cities, in farmlands, and you're also focusing on how do we utilize the limited water resources the best way possible. All these fields, we could be of assistance because we do have the knowledge. We have worked with that for a number of years. Denmark is a huge maritime nation, so if Denmark and China could work together to reduce the emission of the maritime sector, that would be good for Denmark and China and for the world.